Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. All protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am Daniel Granwa, CCM, Embu County, the land of opportunities. We are here as a team. I have my chief officer. You can say hi. Uko, wave to the crowd. And I have my director here who will present what we have in the ECD. Ladies and gentlemen, I would wish to remind the chairman that Embu has always been the center of Eastern. When Kenya was known in terms of provinces, we were the headquarters of Eastern Province. So, and here of course, you saw we had quite a number of folks. Why don't you come to Embu instead of even going to Meru? Next to Meru. So I welcome the director to present. So you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Keep it brief, sir.
Thank you, Waziri. My name is Jeremiah Ireli, and a student of Kenyatta University, I must say. Now, so in Embu County, I'll just look at the figures. Maybe I'll just deal with a few issues that maybe that were not mentioned by other counties. The figures are in the tables that we have. We have health facilities and number of community health workers. So far, the county has not employed the community health workers, but they are working with the Department of Health. In terms of programs under health, we have the immunization, the vitamin A supplementation. We have issues of HIV exposed infants follow-up and professional of care and treatment for the positives. And then, of course, growth monitoring that is done by Department of Health as part of the multi-sectoral activities. Then in terms of budgets, I think we have, under health, we have budgets for deworming and Marezi Mbora. And also under Department of Gender and Children Services, we have a rescue center that is in operation that has been funded by the county government. In terms of the challenges, I think it's just funding in terms of erratic supply of health products at the health department and human resource. In ECD, Embu County was among the first counties to employ all ECD teachers as per the scheme in 2004. So our teachers are on PNP at the levels of diploma, certificate, and the ECD officers at degree level. Our ECD centers are 398. In terms of funding proportion, in terms of the Department of Health, we do like 86% of the funds in the Department of Education. In terms of salaries, that is around 245 million. In operations, we also have a big chunk, and we also, in the department, we need in terms of infrastructure. Now, in terms of the programs, I think I'll just mention that, of course, that are not here. I've been mentioned before. We have two things that maybe you are doing that I have not heard from other counties. One of them is on co-curricular activities. Our children are involved in co-curriculum activities. We are the reigning champions of singing games in the nationals for the last 2 years in the national level. Our children were able to entertain at Kisumu last year when we won the nationals. We are now defending that title next week, I think, in Nyeri. We also position 2 in drama festivals for the ECD children with choreographers. I think number 1 was Nairobi, so we are following them. So on extra curriculum activities, we are doing well for the children. They are participating up to the national levels, and we have been winning trophies. The other thing that we are doing as a county that probably I have not heard mentioned is on the digital learning program. In the county, we are implementing a digital learning program under EDU, and I think they are here. So all our ECD centers have digital smart devices that are being used by the teachers in terms of curriculum development. So, which is a technology or a program that runs on smart devices to enhance education outcomes in classes. So in all our public ECD centers, our centers are equipped with digital CBC curriculum activities for mathematics and language and EDU. And this September, we are rolling out the Tayari program, still under the same program, to ensure that our ECD centers are supported in terms of digital learning. Then we also have a program we are doing with the University of Embu. We won a grant from Spencer Foundation that we are using on a program of upscaling, optimizing parental empowerment and engagement in preschools. So we got a grant from Spencer Foundation US of $50,000 US. This program we are doing, it's to enable us to have a prototype parental empowerment and engagement training program that can be upscaled in the entire country. So far we have done training modules that we have validated with the university. Then we are in the process of treatment of the teachers and the parents. And we hope by the time we'll be having the next conference, then we'll be able to give our results in terms of what you found in terms of parental engagement and empowerment of ECD children at that level. We also have an NGO that we are working with on child-based right approaches. Issues of challenges that we have in the county. On policy, we have a number of policy documents. We have done an Early Childhood Education Act. We also have a Child Care Facilities Act. Then we're also in the process of doing a school feeding program fund that will be used in terms of funding for the pre-feeding program. In terms of challenges, I think they're just like other counties, understaffing, issues to do with the lack of curricular support materials, and capitation grant for schools. Way forward, one of them is, of course, a capitation fund for children at this level, because I think this is the only level that does not have. Then we also want to ensure that we upscale our digital learning program so that we can ensure that our children are fully involved in that program. Then issues of model centers, we are upscaling what we have. Then on parental empowerment and engagement, that's something that you've taken so that we ensure that the parents know exactly what it is that they can have to support the ECD CPC program that you have. So those will be some of the highlights that we'll have maybe, but because of time, I think I'll get to that point. Thank you.
Thank you. Asante sana, tumpigie makofi. They have policies in place that I have not heard mentioned by many others, especially the Act, and that's a big thing because we now need to move from those and actually implement, and we thank you. The results you say you will share, we will follow you up on, and we are going to check that. So Nairobi County, as you come, I want to just say that we have amongst us guests that have continued to arrive. We are about to get to that place of closing this session. I want to request that water be provided for the people in the tent, please, so that we can have them continue to dehydrate, or is it rehydrate? What is it that you're supposed to do? To dehydrate or to hydrate? Hydrate. These Nairobi guys are making me feel too short. Please, so we have guests. The Deputy Governor is present. We appreciate you. We have the First Ladies from West Pokot and also the First Lady of Turkana County. We also have MCAs in large number here from within this county, and we're expecting more chief officers who are here, the CCs who are part of this crowd here. We are going to introduce all of you at some point in time. So Nairobi County, please don't look like you're going to spend 50 minutes. Just talk now.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Your Excellencies, First Ladies, all protocols observed. My name is Ahmed Abdi, the Chief Officer for Education, Nairobi City County. I'm accompanied by colleagues. Director Ruth will going to do the presentation for us. On my right is Rogers. On my left is Mr. Raphael. So, Karibu, Director.
Thank you, Chief. I'll try and be very fast. So Nairobi County on programs and projects. In ECD, I'll only do ECD because we did not get the data from our health colleagues. So in ECD, we have programs on construction of ECDs. We also have, apart from construction of new ECD centers, we have programs, projects on constructions of additional classrooms in the existing ECD centers. We also provide school meals to the ECD centers, as well as milk. We provide ICD linkages to our ECD centers. We have quality assurance and standards programs, as well as carrying out in-service training to our over 1,000 teachers. We have a program on capitation. We have a free ECD program where we have a tuition account in each school, as well as a general purpose account. We have programs on trainings, and as well as participation in co-curricula. We have legislation on childcare facilities, and we also have capacity building regular for our ECD teachers, as well as our BOMs. For us, Nairobi County, we have BOMs, both for ECD centers that are not attached to primary schools and those ECD centers that are attached to primary schools. We have boards of management. We have a lot of legislation that I'll discuss as we go forward. We have a multi-sectoral committee that helps us run our ECDs. On some of the achievements, I talked about our free ECD. We have disbursed 100 million towards the free ECD at a capitation rate of 3,200 per child to over 30,456 learners. For the learners with special needs, for the sake of inclusivity, we give them a capitation of 3,300. Most of this money goes towards school feeding as well as instructional material, teaching learning material, and other such voted that we have. On some other achievements, I talked about construction of ECDs. So far, by the end of this financial year, hear me? The back? Okay, on construction of ECD centers, we finished about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them so far. And on issues of school land, you know, Nairobi, we have issues with problems with grabbing of school land. So we are already securing all our schools, be they primary schools or nursery schools, with title deeds, because for the 7 former municipalities, you know that the land belongs to the county government. So far, we've already issued title deeds to 41 of our schools, and we are doing this on a rolling basis. ECD data. Nairobi is one of those unique places which we have 3 types of schools. So for the ECD centers that are public, we have we have 226 of them. Then for private ECDs, the data that we have from them, what they've given us is 698 of them. And then we have alternative provision for basic education and training centers, which normally starts as ECD centers. They used to be called non-formal schools. The ones that have given us their data, about 2,300, but we know they're over 3,000. So for us, the total enrollment in our ECD centers, I've said before, the public ones are about 30,000. We have a total number of 1,036 teachers, and this gives us a teacher-pupil ratio of about 1 to 27, which is actually good for us because it's almost very close to 1 to 25. In a way, it's good, but we also know that it's not so good because there are very many children out there who are not in the public schools. We have about over 400 children who are of ECD school age going and are not, and only about 30,000 in the public schools. So our budget for the teachers' salaries is about 900 million per annum, because all our teachers are employed on permanent and pensionable basis. None of them are on contract. Thank you. So our infrastructure development budget is around 140 million, and I already talked about the 100 million for the free ECD. Some of our, continuing on some of our achievements, is that we've managed to negotiate with other stakeholders. For example, they're called the uniformed forces, like the general service. They've given us ECD centers to run. For example, GSU Ruaraka have given us the ECD center. Now it belongs to the county. GSU Embakasi have given us the ECD center. Now it belongs to the county, as well as a community center called Waithaka. So this has increased our number of ECDs, and we are continuing to negotiate with other stakeholders who are willing to give the ECD centers to become public. On issues of regulatory framework, we have a teacher management framework that we are coming up with sorry. Oh, I've been told 1 minute and got confused. So well, we have a teacher management framework, and this one is, we are borrowing very much from the TSC one, as well as the public service management policies. Then we have a Child Care Facilities Act of 2017, We are coming up with regulations on this. I think only Nairobi has a Child Care Facilities Act, and as well as we have a Prevention of Violence Extremism Act. Well, we've had several trainings for our teachers, so I will not read all the trainings that we've had, but we'll share this so that everyone can be able to get copies. Let me see what is of importance that I need to share. Of course, as my counterpart from Embu said, Nairobi, we take co-curricular very seriously, and as we speak now, we are the reigning champions in drama, ECD drama festivals, both in film, choral, and all the rest nationally. Music, we also perform very well, and we always train our teachers before all this. We have ICT integration, we have mentorship, we have inclusive education, child safeguarding training, and so on. But above all, I want to say that we have started a multisectoral committee for the implementation of ECD in the county, and this one includes all the Ministry of Education, includes our Department of Water, our sector on lands planning, our sector on health, and all the other sectors that touch on ECD. You walked away? No? Okay, so I've been told to stop there. The rest I will share, but let me just mention some legislative challenges, because I think this is overall. And one of the legislative challenges is that there is no overarching legislation on childcare facilities that has come from the national government. This we need for standardization of childcare issues in all the counties. Oscar, this I must mention. And then also the issue of the EC Acts and quality assurance in the ECD space, whereby it talks about establishing a committee on ECD quality assurance and mentions the SCAC, yet SCAC is not in place in the national government. I think this is something that needs to be looked to. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening to me. Welcome to Nairobi for benchmarking. Asanteni sana.
Asante. That had to be Ruth, at least to tell us welcome to Nairobi for benchmarking. But you've raised pertinent issues. I think it's very critical. If SCAC isn't in place, national government is listening, because that structure starts from up there. So asante sana. My apologies for the fact that we are still running with the counties. I want to invite those from the county ya Pwani, Jumuiya la Pwani. Sinaitwa hivyo. They are calling themselves Jumuiya ya County za Pwani. Tafadhali, there's just one person to come up front from each one of the counties if possible. But if you want to introduce your team, it's still good. Njooni alafu tukamilisha na nyinyi. That's Taita Taveta ikiwa mpo, Tana River, pamoja na Kilifi, Lamu, Kwale na Mombasa. Tafadhali tuje kwa wepesi. After that, we shall have Southeastern. I am saving the last group to be the frontier counties, because that's where we are going for our next one. Just in case you've not heard, we are going to Garissa for our next conference. So we begin here with Kilifi County, and I want to invite Madam Clara to take us through what she has for now.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Clara Chonga from Kilifi County, CEC Education, Vocational Training, and ICT. I'll be very brief as a matter of time. In Kilifi County, we have 812 ECD centers, and we have employed on permanent basis 1,261 teachers, but in total we have 1,776 teachers. In this financial year, we are going to recruit. In the next month, we'll be having our advertisements up for recruitment of ECD teachers so that we can have a proper student-teacher ratio. We work well with the health department, and the have the following programs: malaria testing and treatment, deworming, water sanitation, nutrition assessment, growth monitoring, and as you all heard yesterday, Kilifi is leading in the stunted growth. So this is one area which we are going to take note of and improve on our nutrition. And they're also doing hygiene, the health education. We have partners, and I would like to mention Madrasa Ali Program and Aga Khan Foundation, who have been in the last years training our teachers on capacity building and active learning session. We started feeding program last year, immediately after we came in, because we had a drought in Kilifi, which led to high dropout of students as they would accompany their parents in search of food. So in school, we have the number of students is 60,023 in total in our ECDs, and we started the feeding program, and it's going to continue. We serve a warm cup of porridge that was as a mid-morning meal. But we had in the policy we are supposed to have 3 meals, so that's one thing which we are going to take note of. On our ECD structures, currently we are changing our models and we are calling them the second generation classes, which comprises of an office, 2 classrooms, a kitchen, a toilet, play area with toys, computer, and a TV for learning. We have 2 complete blocks which are already in use as we speak, and 5 are under different stages of completion. We are still constructing more classes because there's so much need, and we also want to reduce the distance our children walk to school. Most of these schools are based in the established schools already, and we are continuing to improve what is there and building more classes. And the challenges we are facing in Kilifi County are still the same, where everyone is facing them. Budget is quite small, and would like even the national government to address this, that it should be a percentage of the budget, the annual budget, so that we give our children quality education. On learning programs, yes, we are about to implement digital learning in our schools, which is in the process too. And on policy, we had an act which was rejected, so it has gone back to our county attorney, and we have policies also in place which are with that department, which are near completion. I think that's all for Kilifi. And I would just like to mention, Mr. Oscar, that the voting was not done right. We are from one ASAL region going to another ASAL region. So please, next time we will vote according to blocks and not just moving from one region to another region. But we look forward to Parisa. Your sentiments are recorded and they are noted. We hope that next time you will also come in large numbers so that we can give you more votes. But we thank you. We know that there was transport this time. So Mombasa County, waziri uko hapo chini umeketi. Hebu simama waziri wa kutoka Mombasa County. Alafu pamoja na CEO watu wako. Please just stand. Just stand if you can't come to the front. I want you to be seen so that it doesn't look like I am njoo jumuiya la Pwani. Mbona mnajificha huko nyuma baba? Sawa basi. But anyway, we thank you also because we recognize you. Acha daktari hapa aseme kuhusu Mombasa County kwa ufupi.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you very much for giving us this opportunity. My name is Dr. Mwangi Gishui. I'm a practitioner of early childhood, alumni of Kenyatta University. I'm happy to stand before you as County 00. Very good, you know. This is where we begin, the gateway to East Africa. And if things go well in County 001, definitely, everything else in other counties will have to move. And we are happy to be the pioneers of most of the programs. And Mombasa County was the first county to give school milk program up to class 3, 32,000 children each and every single day. We were able to have a very good program. But notwithstanding that, I'm happy that we have Dr. Mbarari Kame, Dr. Randu, Jebet, Zelfa, and Harun amongst us, and the Jumuiya County Zapwani. The department is known as Department of Education and Digital Transformation. Now it is digital transformation with a purpose. Now we have 102 ECD centers, the private schools, where we put the word private. These centers, inclusive of the ABET centers, is 1,600. The enrollment is 10,126 in the public schools and over 60,000 in the private schools. So largely, you realize that we have we are more heavy on the private schools. We have 210 teachers who have been employed on PNP, and all of them are in one job group, that is job group H. We also have model schools.
Karibu sana Bwana Governor. Tunashukuru kwamba umekuja. We are just making presentations and we'll continue after you take your seat. Karibu.
Yeah, thank you. We have 6 model schools, and in these 6 model schools, they are fully furnished. We have some labs within them where we have equipped them with television sets, and we have one good program, and this is where I've not heard any other county say that. We have the AI, robotics in Mombasa. And we have children who are able to assemble a robot and it becomes functional, ECDE.
Clap for that.
So we are so happy because we realize that the world is going to the AI. We have those labs and the children are doing so well. Now, in terms of programs, we have schools meals program. We were told that's not feeding program, but school meals program. And this is under the governor's flagship. How we have attained this one is under the SDG number 7, which talks about partnerships of the goals. Now we are working with food for education. In fact, I was expecting the director of food for education to say that they are doing meals program in Mombasa. So we have to review that issue again. We say whether we are in their radar or we are not. So our children are receiving food every day, which comprises of rice, the refused githeri, and we have pojo beans and some vegetables. We have also included all the special units and all the special schools in this program, irrespective, as one of the, we are proposing a concurrent function. So every child receives 200 grams of rice and 250 grams of either beans or produce. Now this one costs about 60 million in the financial year. Now the Department of Health is able to monitor the program. We have weighing scales. They are doing the monitoring, weighing the children, and the Directorate of Quality Assurance also ensures that everything is running on well. Now on digital literacy, we are happy also to announce that EDU entry point was Mombasa. And we have 2 programs with EDU. One program is digital platform, where the children are able to utilize the digital devices, which enhances improved outcomes, learning outcomes in numeracy and literacy. And we have seen the kind of joy when the children are able to massage and they use those devices and they're able to learn and self-assess themselves. Is a very good program. Now the second program is Tayari, still under EDU. I know there's no any other counties doing the Tayari program. This is a very good program for the teachers, which prepares the teachers, and you can be able to monitor a teacher who has entered a class at whatever time, what that teacher has done, and the summary of that lesson at the comfort of your office. So it's a very good model that is introduced by the EDU. Being hurried, we have also the capacity building programs. Through Aga Khan, we have what we call Foundation for Learning, and we have leadership programs and also English and also numeracy program. We also have a program through the madrasa. One is called human-centered design. I may not be able to explain what that is. We have child assessment, we have active learning, we have parental engagement and material development, all under the courtesy of the Aga Khan through the madrasa. We have social protection program through the UNICEF. The UNICEF was very courteous because they allowed Mombasa County government, we developed what we call Mombasa County Social Protection Strategy paper of 2017 now is under review, and through it we are able to map out all the households that have a child with a disability. And we were able to request cash transfers to these households so that the parents can be assisted in terms of the small things that may hamper or they may hinder the progress of the children as they go to school. Now, the county government of Mombasa also realized that most of the children are unable to access education simply because they cannot take a tuk-tuk or a boda and they are taken to school. So the government of Mombasa is coming up with a bus transport system free of charge where the children will be able to be transported to school and also be taken back free of charge. So that's a very good program. And finally, on the health, we have a program, okay, Save the Children. We have a program of safeguarding. We have capacity building of all the teachers. We have the acts of the county assembly. We have Mombasa County Child Act 2014, which is under review. And one area of research that I would like to pose to the academicians is that we have shrinking play spaces in our neighborhood. Our children are playing along the roadside. They have nowhere where they can play. What is the effect of this on growth and development of the children? Let's do something on this area. Finally, a recommendation. How I wish that other than starting with academicians, we start with the counties so that they give their story, and from there then we can have academician. We are given very little time and we are hurried and it becomes the end, and I know we are the owners of this program. So please, in future network, recommending that we have these programs. We start with the counties. Thank you so much. May God bless you. Welcome to Mombasa, Pwani.
Thank you, Daktari. That was a low blow, but it's okay. We receive it. I think it's actually important. We have no academicians. We actually are practitioners, all of us. So the beauty of it is that we will need more time, and we will make that happen. We now want to invite Kajiado, and we have also Narok. And oh, madam, you are from Lamu? Garissa? No, the frontier counties are coming, madam. Asa nikiita wale wanaenda kuhost nitakosa kuzungumuza. So let's have Kajiado very quickly, and then do we have Narok? They're not in, so you can use the microphone, sir, and keep it to 5 minutes. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Olobor George. Your Excellencies, we thank you for being with us. Thank you very much. So, first of all, it's good I give a clear disclaimer. My name is Olobor George, and I am a Deputy Director of ECD, but I'm representing my CEC here, and I believe I represented him very strongly. He says hi to all of you. Also from Olelengu, hi to everybody. And Asoba, thank you very much. In my county, we have employed 194 male teachers, 213 female teachers, a total of 407 in permanent and pensionable terms. We still have a shortage of more than 700 teachers to be employed so that we can go to the correct ratio of teacher to child. We have 10 male ward coordinators and 16 female ward coordinators. We have, all of them are graduates, and we have sub-county coordinators, 2 males and 5 females, a total of 7. Then quality assurance officers, we only have 3 males. Checking on that data, you'll observe maybe there could be some biases in gender, but that's how things are so far in Kajiado. Pre-primary schools are 771 public. There are very many private ECD centers. Feeding program, we are having a fortified porridge supply to all our pre-primary schools in Kajiado at a cost of 27 to 28 million because of the expenses of administration. So up to 28 million per annum. It is only 40 grams per child per day. However, due to the drought, it happens that their counterparts in primary school are sharing the same. And sometimes it does not take the time we anticipate the food to take before it comes to an end. Policy. We have the ECD bill, which is at the assembly level. We are having the child care bill, which we are calling it the daycare bill, but I think we'll need to change because we also have parents who work at night. Don't ask me what they do at night, but their children need care. And therefore, we just need to go and change to have it as a child care bill, which is spearheaded by our partners, our sister partner, our sister Department of Health. The cabinet has also passed a paper that we shall be implementing very soon of strengthening the teaching of the Ma language and strengthening the cultural development within ECDs so that we don't lose it, because Kajiado is strongly becoming a cosmopolitan area where those who are coming are strongly bringing in new cultures that are likely to kill our own Ma culture. Challenges. Number one, our teachers are, quite a number of them are having difficulty in adapting to the CBC methods of preparation in teaching. So we found out that quite a number of them are fixated in the old methods. You remember the thematic integrated method, where most of our teachers still insist that they believe in it strongly, even than the CBC. But we are working with them to change them, especially our groups. Remember the team we used to train as alternative classes. Those fellows, we are working with them so they can adapt to the current one strongly. We are also having the incomplete adoption of NESC at the pre-primary level because of the obvious reasons that my colleague have explained here, that there is a small push and pull between the county government and our head teachers in the primary schools. We have supplied materials to our children courtesy of UNICEF to every pre-primary school. We have given out the plasticine, the pencils, the rubbers, and all those play materials, and we are very grateful to UNICEF. I believe some of them, I saw Agnes Ngonyo, I saw Fariza Paidali, and others. Thank you for that. And then we are having a challenge on working relations between the county government, the ECDs, and our head teachers. So we are still sorting out, but we believe things will be okay soon or later. Funding. The education department in Kajiado County has been funded as follows. We have 300 million for personal emoluments. Our ECD teachers plus us spend that money annually. We have operational maintenance at 20 million. We have UGI 28. We have bursary 150 million. All that is going to secondary school and universities. And then we are having capital projects where we construct ECD centers, and sometimes it also leaks to other institutions, which is coming to 300 million. Thank you for listening, and let me have some greetings to my governor when I go back, please. Fanya hivi kama unanipa hizo. Thank you very much. I thank you. And Turkana County, my friends, you are wonderful. We are happy with you. You've challenged us. We pray and trust that Garissa will meet the standards. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Asante sana Waziri. That's a good challenge, and we appreciate you. I think we have to move to the next one, and this is the southeastern region, but I notice Machakos seem to have left. Are you in the room, Machakos? I noticed that left, and Kitui? Makueni? Hawapo. Now we go to the northern frontier, or is it the Frontier Counties Development Council? I want to request that counties, we begin with Mandera, and then we will go to the next one, which will be Isiolo, if they're here, before we go to the last one. So Mandera, ungekuwa ushafika kama uko hapo. There's no presentation. Sawa. Ikiwa hawapo, nataka kuuliza kuna Isiolo? Hawapo. Garissa? Mpo? Njooni basi, kwa sababu Garissa is the only county that came with a flag. Kuna flag, wapigiwe makofi, and they placed it in some location you would not have noticed there the whole time, and it's right behind me, so don't look there. Yeah. Can we check the mics again? There's something happening. Put it on, please.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like first to take this opportunity to thank all of you for voting us, so that we can make sure at least we will hold our next National ECD conference in Garissa. That one shows the confidence you have, and thank you so much. And I am Ebla Minhaj, CEC for Education, ICT, and Information. I have come with two of my officers. We have Ahmed, he can introduce himself.
Good afternoon. I'm Ahmed Bashir, Chief of SAR Education.
I have also come with my director. That is our director, Adam Abdullahi. Okay, and I have very few presentations to make. Maybe very few things you can chip in, maybe whatever I have left out. So Garissa County, and of course, is one of the counties in Kenya, 047, and our governor is Nadif Jama. So, and we have very, maybe few things to talk about in Garissa. We have a population of 841,353. That was as per the last census 2019. And we have a landmass of 44,753 kilometers squared. And of course, we are one of the fastest growing counties or towns in Kenya. And one of the things that is unique to us is we are traders, very good ones, and we have a very big livestock market that, and almost all the counties that are neighboring us come for trade in the livestock market, and that is even transported as far as East African regions, Somalia and others. So, and when I come to this particular department of education, we have 276 ECD centers that are public. Then we also have private ones, 47 of them. We have standalone ECDs, 25, and the rest are domiciled in the ECD centers. We have a population of 17,275. That is the population of ECD children. We have 9,630 boys, and we have 7,645 girls. So the school-going age children are 239, 035, which means some of the children are not going to school, but I'll tell you the reasons. That is the age of 5 to 13 years. So we have 174 teachers, 99 are male, and 75 are female. What we have so far, 15 county officials trained on, of course, those are some of the achievements, trained on science for ECD by Aga Khan. Then, of course, we have some achievements before we go to the challenges. We have trained 100 teachers in CBC. Actually, those were 2 sub-counties. We are yet to train the rest of the other counties. We have 7 sub-counties, but currently there are new sub-counties that have emerged, 3 others. Some of them have already been administratively recognized. Some are on the process. So we have supplied and delivered enriched porridge to schools in the entire county. Then we have renovated several schools at the ECD centers. We have provided, of course, child-friendly furniture, those are desks, to several sub-counties. We have provided motorbikes for mobility purpose to all the sub-counties, to the ECD coordinators, of course, and that one was with the support of WFP. And we have an ECD policy launch, that one we have done. And what we are supposed to do is maybe to take it at the assembly for bill, and then we have all the teachers in Garissa County are on permanent and pensionable from 2014. That is at the start of devolution, and they are paid on depending on the qualifications they have. We have very few maybe things to look at, maybe promotions for those ones who have maybe gone for further studies, and that is something we are trying to revise very, very soon. So, and the other achievement we have is we intend to equip, of course, and we have identified some schools, and we want them to be model schools, and one of them we have done it in Masanani Girls. That is one of our sub-counties in Ijara sub-county. Then we have, of course, with the help of WFP, soon we will have management information system to monitor the school feeding program, and we have a guideline on that. We have already launched that. And of course, we have constructed several toilets at the ECD centers. We have also provided water tanks in some of the centers so that at least water is available for those children. We have a budget currently this year of 350 million. That one entails maybe the ECD teaching learning materials, the salaries, of course, and other, of course, we have the Department of ICT inclusive, so that is the total budget for this year. So we have several support from different NGOs, and I like to mention one. UNICEF is our #1 supporter, WFP, Save the Children, IRC, ILO, PGI, and many others whom I cannot mention here, and we are very grateful for the support they're giving us to that particular county. One of our major challenges that we have is one, drought. We have frequent drought in our area. The weather is just like this one in Turkana. You can imagine what happens once the drought strikes. So many children drop out of school. So it is now our sole responsibility to make sure we bring back those children. So we do a lot of enrollment drive to make sure our children come back to the schools, and then they continue with their normal learning sessions. We have inadequate infrastructure, and we have high number of dropout rate, as I have told you. Then there is the issue of course, we are pastoralists. You can imagine the drought strikes, people drop out. Some of them are doing herding. They're not even in school. I have told you there are so many out-of-school children. And there is the issue of course, the duxis and the madrasas that is taking care of those children when they are very young. They go to duxis up to a certain age, then they go to the schools. So there are, of course, lack of indoor and outdoor play materials, And I've talked about the inclusive education. This is something maybe we want to take up with the other counties the way they are doing to make sure that at least there is integration between the madrasas and the schools in our centers. And of course, there are cultural practices that are there, the early marriages and the FGM and other things, which is also affecting most of our learning in those particular schools. The capacity building, of course, of the teachers still not to where it's supposed to be, to the expectation, but still we need to do a lot of things to make sure that all the teachers are trained on CBC and other trainings, of course, refresher trainings. And we need to upgrade also or strengthen the issue of integrated ECD services and health and nutrition issues to make sure that at least the students, the small children, and in those particular ECD centers are not malnourished. So, and generally, those are some of the achievements and challenges that we have in Garissa County. And as a county and the mitigation measures, we are thinking of recruiting ECD teachers. This particular year, 300 teachers will be recruited if God says so. Then we will have timely and delivery school feeding program. Yes, of course we are doing it, but we want it to be timely. We want to improve on teaching and learning materials. Of course, the indoor and outdoor play materials. Of course, these are some of the issues we have, and we want to strengthen the issue of policy issues and on childcare facilities. That is not there, but that is something we are thinking because of the discussions that were going on here and many other counties. We have learned a lot of things from here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Waziri. It's good to be able to share your story. Now, if you can hear me, please clap once. If you can hear me, please clap twice. If you can hear me, please clap for these times. I have come here because I want to make a promise to the counties. In the next program, you will come first. Hakuna mtu ananipigia makofi. Mwangi, my friend, I know I still want your friendship, so I'm here because I want to remain your friend. So in the next conference, we will make sure that we begin with the counties. They tell their story, and then we can build upon that. Is that okay? That's actually going to be a mark of honor, because this time we've been honored with your presence, and you have actually stuck with us to the end. So we really appreciate that, and we acknowledge when you make it clear to us who is working with you. When we hear the stories later, then we can actually confirm that they're actually working with you. So that's the better way of doing it. And I think the scientific committee, Dr. Anil, and the others, as you're making this, taking into account that. So I've come to a moment when we want now to get into the final session, and the final session includes us being able to share what it is that has come out of all that we have been talking about. And I want to ask the Executive Director of the ECD Network to come to the front and provide us with, the call to action and the things that we need to do over the next few years before we get into our next meeting. So thank you, Dr. Arikaribu.
Thank you, Oscar. Your Excellency, the Governor, Turkana County. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Turkana County. Your Excellencies, the First Ladies, Mama Turkana County and Mama West Pokot. All protocol observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's another great moment that we have reached this far, that we are going to take stock on what we have discussed in the last 3 days. Your Excellency, sir, first allow me to introduce the team that works with me at the Secretariat. Secretariat, please come this way. Where is Rachel? Thank you so much. Rachel, you can start there. Yeah. Your Excellency, this is the team that has been working with me You can face Your Excellency, His Excellency. Yeah, from next to me, this is Judith. Judith is our communication person, followed by the only man we have in our team is King Maina. King Maina is the finance person, officer in our department, in our secretariat. Then we have Jane, who has been with us from 2020, supporting us on finance matters. She's also an employee of Kenyatta University because we are hosted there. Then we have Nelias. Nelias is our programs officer. And then we have Sally. Sally is our programs liaisons officer, and that is why the team from the county have been working with Sally. Then we have Rachel, who is our managing director. This is the team that has been working with me at the secretariat, and I say thank you so much to them. You can sit. Your Excellency, for the last 3 days now, I want to report to you that Turkana County has broken all the records for the 4 conferences we have had. Turkana County has had it once. And what I mean here, for Turkana County, we are now talking of 1,193 participants who have participated in the conference. And to break it down, sir, in 2016, our very first conference was held in Nairobi. We had 150 participants. The second conference again was held in Nairobi at Kenyatta University. We had 250 participants. The third conference, Count 00 number 1, invited us to their county. We had 275 participants. The fourth conference, everybody said we had yeah? We had of 514, both virtually and physically. In Turkana alone, I want to take notes. In Turkana alone, we had 567 present on day 1. Then we had 179 in Zoom. Then we had 479 on YouTube. Following us through, you can go to the YouTube and check. And that gives us a total of 1,193. Me, I don't know what Garissa has for us, but I want to give you a secret, and you may want to change it. What made these numbers increase? His Excellency the Governor himself, he supported us in terms of popularizing this. He had video clips welcoming people to his county, and the moment I released that to the social media, I saw people registering. The CEC Education and her chief officer, whenever they released their clips, at some point they released 3 of them, and I could put one at a time. You know, that gave us numbers. They realized it's no longer about ECD network, but it was for the county government of Turkana. Garissa County, kasi kwenu. Mi sisemi kitu. Your Excellency, Turkana alone, day 1, we had 275 participants from Turkana alone. And that's the number we had in Mombasa from all over Kenya. We had those from, in day 2, Turkana alone were 157. And participation was, we had participation from 31 counties and 10 countries. And I want to read the countries so that our His Excellency knows that we are no longer talking about the National ECD Stakeholders Conference. In Turkana, from Turkana, we are going to be talking of an international conference. So we have had 10 countries participating. We have Kenya, of course we were the majority. We have Nigeria, we have Rwanda, Spain, Tanzania, UK. In UK, we had one representative here, Maniza, but 94 of them from UK were following us online. Zambia, we had Gambia, we had Mauritius, and then we had one more participant from our country I think I've never had, Cayman Islands. Have you heard that? Okay, for me honestly, I had it now when I was given these statistics. So Your Excellency, you can see Turkana County has made a difference in terms of the conference participation and the interest that it spurs in the international community. And it is because of the work, the good work that you are doing in your country, but also your team is doing. Out of this conference, Your Excellency, we have come up with a communique, which I'm going to read so that you can hear what are the deliberations that we have come up with, that we are going to monitor for the next 2 years to take stock when we meet in Garissa in 2025 for the next conference, because that is the one that was voted. So allow me to read the communique that the rapporteurs have come up with from the rapporteurs and delegates in this conference have come up with. We, the 1,193 conference participants from 31 counties in Kenya, 11 countries, and over 80 organizations comprising of government officials, both national and county, United Nations agencies, civil society organizations, faith-based organizations, philanthropists, donors, ECD professionals, practitioners, and preschool teachers, convened for the 5th National ECD Stakeholders Conference that was held at Stegra Hotel, Turkana County, with a theme from policy and evidence to action. The conference delegates are cognizant of the new governments in place at the national and the county levels as we mark 10 years of devolution. As delegates and ECD champions, we have interrogated systems supporting nurturing care for all children. Kenya has a population of 12.2 million children aged 0 to 9 years, comprising of 72% living in rural and 28% living in urban. The Health Demographic Survey 2022 notes progress in the reduction of stunting from 26 to 18 in 2022. However, these data are in need of being updated as the COVID-19 pandemic led to significant reversals in health, education, livelihoods, affecting women and children mostly. Therefore, ECD stakeholders need to do more to ensure that no child is left behind. The timely finalization of the integrated ECD policy and its implementation is now urgent. We call upon all stakeholders to create coordinated support structures and processes to meet the needs of all children. The National Council for Children's Services, mandated under the Children's Act, warrants engagement of all stakeholders to support effective monitoring and advocacy. Now, the Turkana call to action. This communique calls on all early childhood development, state and non-state actors to embrace multi-sectoral collaboration and implement the roadmap of action on ECD. This entails collectively moving from the available knowledge and evidence base to action. We urge all ECD stakeholders to engage in coordinated efforts and interventions to overcome fragmentation of services and unleash synergies. The following are the substantive policy and action-oriented recommendations made at this conference. Number one, it is under the theme, Systematic Thinking and the Nurturing Care Framework, Strengthening Community Systems and Leveraging the Community Health Strategy to World Level. So under that theme, we have the following. We emphasize prevention and control of poor health with a focus on well-being, address the burden of malnutrition through education for parents and caregivers. Number two, under that, utilize existing government systems and political leadership and the first spouses as ECD champions. Theme number two, that is leveraging intersectionalities, coordination, working groups, and implementation. We recommend that we prioritize multi-sectoral coordination on all programs in early childhood. We develop a costed ECD implementation plan that aligns to sectoral mandates with intra-ministry coordination and coordinate government monitoring and reporting on the situation of ECD in Kenya and the level of implementation of the integrated policy. The third thematic area, aligning knowledge, indigenous and traditional child rearing. Under that, we are saying we enhance uptake of positive indigenous knowledge on the care and needs of all children aged 0 to 8 years. Number four, under reframing inclusivity, empower through capacity building and training the ECD working force, including parents and caregivers. And under thematic number five, early childhood education, we articulate that early years workforce training with the competence-based curriculum to be professionalized the ECD workforce with recognized qualifications, training, and scheme of service, and remunerate the workforce well. Finally, the 6th biennial National ECD Stakeholders Conference will be held in Garissa County in 2025. Thank you. That is the communique from the Turkana Conference 2023.
Thank you very much. Apigiwe makofi Executive Director na sisi wote. Thank you very much, and thank you for your leadership, Dr. Moma. We have heard from you. We have learned also how to go about this conference year after year, and we appreciate. Now that's a call to action. Please tell your friends that we started from policy. We have provided evidence. This year we are talking about what? Action. And we have learned from each other, the different counties, that there is a lot we can do together. Permit me at this point in time to say that to my left, I also noticed that the Siaya County flag is here. I think they just brought it when I said something, but it has been there anyway. It's been there. So makofi kwa Siaya pia kwa kuja na flag yao. The next conference, please make sure you come with your county flag. Tafadhali, it's an international conference, so let's have our county flags available. Your Excellency, with your permission, I would like to invite as our chairperson of the committee that organized this to come in and just say thank you, because we want to appreciate people who have done a lot for us, and particularly this county. So thank you, and Immaculate, please come to the front. Thereafter, I would want to request Bana DCS to come and take the program to the next level, but mimi nimeshukuru sana kwa ajili ya nafasi hii kuwa hapa pamoja nanyi. Asante. Immaculate.
Your Excellency, Honorable Jeremiah Ikamais, Governor Turkana County, I hope I've pronounced your name well. Your Excellency, Honorable Dr. John Ruth, Deputy Governor Turkana County, the Honorable First Ladies, Your Excellencies, all protocols observed. I'll start by reading a quote here. Gratitude is not only the greatest virtue, but the parent of all others. That's a quote by Cicero. It is my humble and singular duty to move a vote of thanks on behalf of the ECD network for Kenya. Our gratitude goes to the following. Our chief guest in absentia, His Excellency Dr. Eric Mutai, Governor, Kericho County. His Excellency Honorable Jeremiah Ikamais, who is here with us, Governor, Turkana County. We are extremely grateful for accepting to host this conference. Can we give him a good clap? We also appreciate in a special way His Excellency Honorable Dr. John Erus, Deputy Governor, Turkana County. Thank you so much for helping in terms of coordinating the leadership here. We appreciate in a very special way the First Ladies who have been here up to this moment. Can we appreciate the Deputy Governor and the First Ladies? Thank you so much. We have enjoyed being here. Right from the time we landed, we were picked. There were vehicles, many vehicles to pick us to the hotels. Amazing. And from the hotels to this place. And every day we are picked and dropped. We just want to appreciate and how grateful we are. A clap to the leadership. Thank you so much for the warm welcome. We wish to thank the fraternity of Turkana University, our host. Thank you so much for the seamless coordination between the university and Stegra Hotel, where we are. We are comfortable, and thank you. Please, I'm not sure that Professor George Cheminingwa is around, but please pass our regards to him. We also want to appreciate in a very special way the children that participated in the documentary, Day One, the children that entertained us, those that participated in this conference, and for the meticulous expression of their needs and concerns. And I hope we shall not forget. We cannot also forget their teachers who are nurturing them. We want to appreciate all the 31 counties that have participated in this conference. Dr. Mwoma has spoken to this. We have 10 countries that have participated. I'll not repeat because she already did that. We recognize colleagues who have traveled all the way to come to Turkana from outside the country and from other counties. We want to appreciate in a very special way the national and county governments through the various ministries and departments represented here. There are many, and I'm sure those that have participated from day one have had speakers from the national and county governments. Let's appreciate that group. A good clap, a good clap, a good clap. This conference would not have been successful. It was not supported by various partners, individuals and institutions through their donations, registration, and even support in kind. Can we appreciate all the partners, all the institutions? We also want to appreciate the planning teams from all the economic blocks. We have the universities presented here: Kenyatta University, Moi University, the Aga Khan University, Daystar University, Turkana University, of course, all the researchers, all the presenters. Can we give them a round of applause? We had speakers here physically, and we also had speakers online. We have exhibitors, and we want to appreciate them. I hope we all had an opportunity to visit and learn what other counties and even our county here in Turkana is doing through the work that they're exhibiting. We want to appreciate in a very special way the ECD Network Board through the leadership of Beatrice Oyugi on behalf of PATH. We also want to appreciate The secretariat that was called out here by Dr. Teresa, they've done an amazing job in terms of ensuring everything runs smoothly. Can we appreciate that group again? That is under the leadership of Dr. Teresa. Thank you, Dr. Teresa. We want to appreciate the media houses. Those that followed this conference before it started, there was a lot that was happening. They have publicized this conference, and hence the good turnout that we've had Dr. Teresa talk about. We want to appreciate for that, and even covering this conference in a very, very good way. We want to appreciate in a very special way our MC. Who is our MC? Our MC has been Oscar. He has entertained us. He has jogged our minds. He has seamlessly connected the sessions. He has kept us awake and alert. Can we appreciate that? And thank you so much, Oscar. That energy, and not many people have that energy. We recognize Mtoto News for ably supporting the delivery of this conference. We had over 400 online participants. It would not have been possible. Mtoto News, where are you? Members of Mtoto News, please give them a good clap. Our rapporteurs did an amazing job. That's why Dr. Teresa had the communique. Thank you so much for capturing the discussions. The photographers, the videographers, we know that you will share the coverage with all the participants who are here. Our religious leaders that began praying for this conference long before it started, we've had them every day pray for us in the morning, and we have not had any issue while here. We want to thank you so much, all the religious leaders. Please, can we give them a good round of applause. Lastly, I would like to thank each and every person who has contributed to the success of this conference. And before I forget, my friend right here who her team has made it possible for those that could not follow the discussions to do so. Can we appreciate her and her team? So lastly, I would like to thank each and every person, and even the children, who have contributed to the success of this conference. If I have left you, I want to tell you every person that walked by that gate, that walked to this place, that has remained up to this very moment is very much appreciated on behalf of the ECD network. Those that have ensured the place is clean, is smart, systems are working, the washrooms, the water, everything, I am sure we have enjoyed. Have we not enjoyed being here? Oh yes, then can we appreciate them? Can we appreciate them? As I sit down, I want to appreciate the ECD network for giving me an opportunity twice to chair the National Planning Committee for the 4th and the 5th National ECD Conference for Stakeholders. And I also want to thank every person that contributed to the success of this conference, whether you attended the meetings or not, because we know that you have played a role, you have played a part in ensuring that this conference has been a success. The leadership of Turkana is amazing. We have no enough words to say how grateful we are. And I remember when I listened to the governor, he assured us there are no security issues. Come to Turkana. We have enjoyed. No one has been hurt. And we carry a message out there. There's a place to visit beyond Mombasa for holidays. So thank you so much. It's my prayer that God leads us as we leave this county. Please make sure you pick one item to remind you of Turkana. They are very good fruits. I don't know whether they are still there. The other souvenirs, I'm sure you have seen our beautiful lady over here very well adorned. Please make sure you carry something to remind you about this place. I wish you well. May God bless you. Thank you.
Makofi kwake. Asante sana Immaculate. The lady that is being talked about is the CEC. If you can stand, we know you are looking good. Yeah, and if all of us something to take is to be good. Banadisius, I've been waiting for you. Thank you very much. A big round of applause as we hand over this to the county to close for us today. Asante.
Thank you very much, our MC. Your Excellency, the Governor of Turkana County, Honorable Jeremiah Ekamais Lomurukahina Potikan, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Dr. John Eros, Your Excellencies, the First Ladies present, the CCMs from different counties presented here, and our CCM for Education. Thank you for your presence here. Our county chief officers present, I recognize your presence. All the delegates invited here, the partners that supported us, good afternoon. Your Excellency, allow me now to recognize the presence of our chief officers, the CCMs from the nation counties. I would also wish to give my accolades to ECD Network, the ECD planning team, both Nairobi and Turkana County, all invited delegates from different parts of the country, and even those who are invited. All universities presented here, the county staff. Your Excellency, I want to report to you that we had a robust and interactive session. For 3 days we held this conference here. Your Excellency, allow me now to take this opportunity to invite the CCM for education, sports, and social protection to give her keynotes, and thereafter she will now present the gifts to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Your Excellency, Sir Jeremiah Napotikan, Your Excellency Dr. John Erus, Her Excellencies, Mama from West Pokot, and our own Mama here, our CECs, Chief Officers, and everyone present, good afternoon. I want to see if we can still remember what we had talked about yesterday. Now, are you ready? Ejoka? Ejoka? I'm seeing someone keeping quiet. Madam Pauline. Ejoka? Na. Paya. Na. Mata. Mata. My name is Audan Lea Lokala, the CEC in charge of education, sports and social protection. And today I would wish to firstly, Your Excellency, introduce the technical committee. I did not do this alone. It was done by all of us. Therefore, the technical committee, you can come in front and just wave. Technical committee. Wale ambao walihusika katika kuandaa kongamano hili. Tafadhali tuhakikishe kwa sababu ya muda. Huyu anayekuja jukwani ni Profesa Ngasike, ana weledi mkubwa sana haswa kwa sababu mambo ya shule za chekechea, amefunza wengi na amekuwa mnara katika mambo haya. Kwa hivyo you can just wave. This is the technical committee. Thank you. Mwapigie makofi. Asante. Your Excellency, I would say thank you very much to God. He has made it happen, and also the partners that worked with us besides the technical committee to ensure that this day becomes a success. I would also wish to say thank you to you as a person, because you have been a very serious champion of education and you have put education at the front. That is why it is in your agenda number 5. We really say very much. Thank you, Her Excellency, Madam Napoti. You have stood with us from the onset, and you have witnessed. She's been with us here from day 1, day 2, and even today, and very punctual. Can we give her a round of applause? And also we would wish to thank Her Excellency, Madam Kachapin, who is a very good friend of mine and a very good friend to our own Mama. We say thank you very much for being with her. Not even one time have I seen you away from her. You've been with our First Lady. So we want to say thank you. You have been together with her means a lot to the people of Turkana. It means a lot even to the child of Turkana. And you and I know what we mean. Your Excellency, we would wish to appreciate our very crucial partners, and also our friends, the County Assembly. The County Assembly of Turkana, the members are here, but I'm not the one to introduce them. I just want to say thank you very much. You have stood with us as mothers and fathers, and also our leaders, and also the legislators of our land. You have been at the forefront also to advocate for matters of ECD, and when we bring our policies to you, we have never faced any challenge. We want to say thank you very much. We also want to recognize Turkana University College. It is the only university college which we have around here that also offers some courses on ECD. I know we have members from the university college here. If you can just stand and wave wherever you are, we want to really, really recognize you. Thank you very much. So we also take pride, and we are so proud to be associated with you. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also wish to recognize TUKUSA. This is a students' body, those that are in colleges and university. I don't know if we have anyone from TUKUSA here. Can you please wave? He is the Secretary General for TUKUSA, the students from Turkana County that study in universities and colleges. Why I recognize all these people, Your Excellency, is to show that your agenda number 9 is something that we put serious attention to. We want all the key people, the student leadership, the universities, other partners that we work with that you have mentioned, that I do not want to repeat, that we are all putting our hands together. The key people like Madam Pauline, like Professor Masike, and Omaka Dadawood, and others, especially my sub-county education officers. They were here. They have been doing a very great job, especially as ECD is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not want to take much time. I would now take this opportunity, Your Excellency, to introduce gifts to the people that I'm going to mention. Not to say that other people are not special. You see, this regalia here is very expensive. We might not be able to purchase for each and everyone, but I know by now you have known that Turkana is the origin of mankind, and this is how people dress in the origin of mankind. So I know as you dress like this, you are a Turkana, and even if you have not dressed, you are a Turkana at heart, isn't it so? Thank you. Now, my Officer Loyele and Chief Officer Etelege, if they can step forward. Where is he? Oh, sorry. So apologies because of age. He's not around, he's not feeling well. We wish him quick recovery. So we have Dr. Anil Hamis from Aga Khan University. Daktari, if you can step in front so that you feel like a Turkana. Welcome, sir. Your Excellency, you kindly step forward, sir, so that you are gifted by our boss. Thank you, sir. Karibu sana Turkana. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Haya, makofi. You will have to. Yeah. Makofi kwake. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Excellency. The second person is Oscar Kadenge. Oscar Kadenge, ECD Network. Oscar. Makofi kwa Oscar. Oscar, sasa mimi ndio MC. You have the privilege by our governor. Your Excellency, the last one for you is Fariza Baidali from UNICEF. Fariza? Okay. Makofi kwake tafadhali.
Many years I like to see you. Every day you run from me. I don't know what I'm doing. My head, I want to cry for my sweet Elizabeth. I said Elizabeth, but why you go?
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Thank you, sir. Makofi kwa mkubwa. Haya, I would wish now Excellency the Deputy Governor to address Agnes Ngonyo from UNICEF. Agnes is here, sasa tutavalishwa mara mbili.
Elizabeth. What happened? You know that you miss me. My love.
Makofi kwa Agnes. Now, thank you, sir. DJ. very special way. Today I want to say thank you for recognizing what we have done, Dr. Mo. We really feel appreciated and encouraged. I now know that at least I am a point of someone will come to me for benchmarking. So I feel very nice. Come talk to me very nicely, Ebla. She is my very good friend, and Ebla and the CEC for Kilifi, Clara, both of them are my friends. So when they were asking me about where it will go, I didn't want to get into problems. I took off, and now it has been decided we are going to Ebla's place. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, I would wish to ask all the CECs from other counties to come in front. Ebla, Clara, Daktari from Migori, from Siaya, from Meru, from Nyandarua, please come in front. Your Excellency, these are the Cs.
Do you see Elizabeth there? Why you want to see me? What for, huh?
Therefore, Your Excellency, now Clara, you will come last. So the CECs that are here, I would ask our beautiful mamas to kindly come and dress our CECs. Mama.
Just to buy makeup. But what happened? I hear that now you are in New York. That neighbor who was with you on the plane is the one who took you to New York. I come a drunkard. I started to drink whiskey. Johnny Walker. Now Johnny Walker walking now on my head, on my body. I love you, my baby. Please. Come back, you love me. Leave me alone. Come back, you love me. This is just Western style. You know that I love you.
We'll start with CC for Nairobi.
You know that you love me. I come crazy because of you.
CC for Nairobi. Represented by the chief officer. Sasa hiyo pelekea CC na uambie Sakaja.
I love her. It's not your problem. I say Elizabeth, but where you go? I say sweet Elizabeth, but where you go? Come back, you love me.
Waziri msitoke. CC West Pokot, jibali zetu. CC West Pokot, makofi kwa CC West Pokot. CC Daktari, rafiki yetu sana. Waziri, teremsha mkono, utadhani unahadaa kuhaga mama. Aya, CC Kajiado, Suba. Hadi hilo hilo? Asante. Okay, Kajiado. kutoka West Pokot, rafiki yetu, tunakuongezea hii. Mama, valisha daktari. Sasa vile wamevishwa hivyo, wamepewa crown, now they are now queens. Thank you. So Ebla, Nyoni. Oh, mama, fadhalisha Ebla. Mahali tunaenda next. Why our first lady is dressing her and crowning her, because tunaenda huko next, so that you give us the same treatment we've given you. Makofi. Hey, Ebla, you look like a queen, Makantoy. Hey. Thank you. Then our MCS. Use your flag. Asante na kushukuru. Simame hapo mama. Simame mpige picha. Hai, photo session. Songa wewe hujapigwa, hujavalishwa. Thank you, Clara, there is one special one we want to do. Since Clara, I said I have two friends, and she came all the way from Kilifi when I told her to come, and she insisted she wants a regalia that is Turkana. So I want to now ask Mama Nimoja and her colleagues to kindly come in front. Sasa unaweza enda hapo. She had asked me to do that, so we are going to do that. So Clara. Asante DJ. So anakaa smart ama si smart? Kwa hivyo thank you, tumpigie makofi. Meisha and the CCs tafadhali tunaweza kaa. Now, Your Excellency, some CCs have presents to give. Ebla and Clara wanataka kupatia our first ladies kitu. Kwa sababu ya muda, Ebla utaharakisha. Harakisha walalo. Retain your gift, whoever has the gift, saizi tumaliza. Hiyo inaitwa dira aude. Asante, alhamdulillah. Nasema alhamdulillah. Haya. Alafu pia kuna huku leso. Leso za kishutu. DJ iki hapa kama nakurona. Leso ya kishutu. Sema leso ya kishutu. Haya, asante sana, Your Excellencies. Mimi nimemaliza, ningependa kushukuru sana na DCS please.
Thank you very much, Waziri. Waziri, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for that colorful procession. I know the CCs will leave here well happy. Your Excellency, permit me now to invite area though she's not feeling well, she has lost her voice. This juncture, allow me now to invite Patrick Napion, who will now take lead introducing the rest of other honorable members.
Very much, Deputy CS, Your Excellency, the Governor of Turkana County, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Turkana County, High Excellencies, First Ladies, Turkana and West Pokot, all protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, Jawara, Mata, nasikia mmefunzwa mata na bo mata remun. Sasa hapo mmeongeza ile mko mmefunzwa hiyo klasi na pole especially hii darasa bali tuko bas. Bila kupoteza wakati kwa sababu ya wakati, ningependa tu nitambulishe waheshimiwa wenzangu ambao wako mahali hapa ili tusipoteze wakati. Nasikia kuna mtu anaitwa mama mmoja, lakini leo kuna wengi huku. Si unaweza sema ndio mama mmoja wanasema. Mheshimiwa, sema tu jina.
Hamjamboni. Naitwa mama ni moja. Ruth Kuya, MCA Township. Nimepoteza sauti.
Asante sauti kwa sababu ya kule na kasi. Hii mambo ya demonstration najua inatusumbua sana. Yeye wanasema mama mmoja kwa sababu kati ya 30 we elected him 30, yeye tu mmoja, kawa tu mmoja. Imagine. Na sisi 29. Asante mheshimiwa.
His Excellency the Governor, Deputy Governor, the First Ladies, all protocol observed, and all the delegates, good afternoon. My name is Honorable Lydia Jore. I'm a special elect from Turkana East, a place called Kapedo na Peyton Ward. And I'm also a member of Education Committee in the County Assembly. And on behalf of Chairman, I would like to say thank you very much for coming and choosing Turkana County as a host of this conference. And what I want to tell you is we all have to invest in ECD because ECD is the foundation of education. Thank you very much.
Asante.
Excellent Governor, Deputy Governor, First Ladies, all the protocol observed. Salam alaikum. I'm Honorable Sarah Muna, Special Elect from Lokichogi Ward. Karibuni nyote.
Asante, huyu ametii. Unajua yule anaongea amewakilisha chairperson ya kamati ya education. So kwa majina ni najua watu wanapenda kusahau kwa sababu ya kuongea sana. Na sisi wengine tumebarikiwa kwa kuongea. Kwa majina mimi naitwa Napiano Patrick, MC kutoka Turkana North, mahali panaitwa Kairis, hiyo ndio ward yangu. Mimi ni chairman ya bajeti na pia mimi ni mwanakamati ya education. Siku ya kwanza, Your Excellency, siku ya kwanza sikuwa, I was not around, and kwa sababu we have other responsibilities, nilikuwa na shughuli. The second day I failed to come because wakati nilifika nikawa na tena shughuli, lakini nikasema leo Your Excellency lazima nifike mimi kwa sababu ni mwalimu. Hata nikifutwa kazi sasa bado TSC namba ninajua, tuliajiriwa na huyo natafuta nafasi kule. Nataka kukushukuru Your Excellency, shukuru watu wote, shukuru waziri wetu na wale wengine, waziri wale wengine wametoka mbali. Nasikia Kilifi ama Kilifi, uko na mbali. Mimi pia natamani kufika Kilifi, lakini shida ni kwamba walisuia sisi kutembea. Your Excellency, nataka kushukuru kwa sababu ya kikao hiki inaleta, it gives us the image ya ile one of our functions and the function ya ECD kwa ambaye ni yetu. So nataka kushukuru waziri kwa sababu ya kupambana na kuhakikisha kwamba wakati ya wale wengine uliweza kuleta, lakini sisi kamati education wakati itakuwa mali itakuwa utupeleke. Kwa hivyo kwa machache ningependa kuwashukuru wote, wale watu wote walikuja, wale wametoka mbali, wale nasikia mpaka hata kwa net wanatuona, na mimi naendelea kushukuru hata wale tunawashukuru kupitia bunge letu. Najua speaker wetu hayuko, leaders wengine walikuwa, na mimi finally kusema kwamba asanteni, Mungu awabariki, mkienda pelekeni salamu za huku gaja gavana wetu. Unajua gavana wetu na sisi watu wanasema kwa nini wanashikana na MCS. Gavana, mimi ni mtu wa UDA kwa tikiti, lakini nimekuja, tumekuwa pamoja, sauti ni mmoja na tunapeleka serikali mbele, na waacheni mambo ya demonstration pia kidogo. Kwani serikali wakati mtoto akichekechea, wakati anaingia class 1 ama ile PP1, sio class 1, lakini kwani mtoto atajua kusoma siku ya kwanza? PP2 ni siku ya kwa nini mnatupeleka haraka namna hiyo bwana? Sio mtu aache kwanza crawling, kuamuka, kutembea kidogo na mambo itakuwa by 2024-25 mambo yatakuwa sawa sawa. Mbarikiwa sana.
Asante sana Patrick. Patrick, on behalf of the county government, we want to extend our appreciation for the support you are giving us. Your Excellency, allow me now to invite Her First Excellency, Mama Lilian Commons. Just come, Mama, and say a word invite your colleague. Thank you very much. It is now my pleasure, delegates and all distinguished guests, to take this opportunity to invite the Deputy Governor, Dr. John Erus. Thank you.
Your Excellency, Governor of Turkana, Jeremiah Kamais Napotkan, First Ladies, elected members or members of the County Assembly, our colleagues of the national government, development partners, the ECD network, and everyone who has been participating in this conference. First, I would like to thank for your coming. And then number two, you have seen the hospitality of Turkana. We are here to change the story and the narrative of Turkana, and you are witness, and as the County Secretary said on day one, sample what is in Turkana and let what you sample stay with you. I want just to say that we have other events happening in Turkana County. I will leave to Governor to invite you officially to those events, and we also have opportunities for continuous interactions with the Turkana County and the entire leadership and with all the people of Turkana. So with those, for those of you who will be traveling tonight or you have a safe trip home, we wish you a safe trip and we welcome you again to Turkana. For those who are staying, would like you to go to Lake Turkana, would like you to visit some of our projects or some of the programs that we are conducting in Turkana County, and we'll continue to interact and make Turkana a best place. For now, I would like all of us to stand to welcome His Excellency Governor for Turkana, who will continue with the program. Asanteni sana, karibuni tena Turkana.
Okay, asante Deputy. Tukae tafadhalini. Unajua mimi sijazoea hiyo kwa mkamuka. Kwa sababu sisi tuko hapa na Mungu. Hiyo ndio tunaamkia. Deputy Governor wetu Daktari John Erus Lopeyok, ambaye pia ni Deputy Governor wa county yetu mzuri ya Turkana. Excellencies, Excellency, this is Simon, my friend. Simon is my good friend. Ukienda nyumbani msalimie. Nilikuwa nataka atembee. Ningekuwa nimpeleka kule nyumbani reserve kwa mama. Akule mimi zina ng'ombe, niko na ngamia. Yeah, but the next time when he visits, I will take him there. I remember to have taken my other good friend who has turned also to become a bad friend, Moroto. I took him to Namoropos, and we slept in. He slept with his shoes in. So I always like to take my friends to the interior parts of Turkana County. Excellency, my wife and family, the ministers of the CECs present here, the committee, the national committee that organized for this event, the chief of SARS, and many other dignitaries present here today. I want to take this opportunity. I don't know why my MCA for township has the same problem. I think it's because sometimes we share these microphones. I want to thank you most sincerely for choosing to come to this area, Turkana County, an area with very tough weather or even climatical conditions. You've persevered, you've really stayed with us for that long. I also want to extend my sincere appreciation to the Governor Mutai, Dr. Mutai, for really accepting to come and grace this conference. And I think those who remain behind to represent him send or pass our gratitude to him, that we are very happy for his coming. And also to the leadership, the entire leadership, including the first ladies who came from the far counties to come and witness this congregation of our good people, to witness this ECD conference. As a county, I think this is not the only things, the only program that we normally organize this particular county. I want to take this opportunity also to invite you to our cultural festival, which is going to take place on the 25th, between 25th to 28th, the one that used to be called Tobonglore. The senators at that particular time would also become, the entire assembly of the Senate will be coming to Turkana to conduct their normal parliamentary procedures and rules at the Turkana County Assembly here in Turkana. So I want to invite all of you. I want you to come in larger numbers because that ceremony is an international one. We invite people from Ethiopia, senior people, including even the Prime Minister for that particular country, South Sudan, Lobong will be coming with other governors to represent the President of South Sudan. Uganda will be highly represented. Large number of delegates will be coming here from across the world, not only the East African community. So I want you to accept, because I've said in person, I'm standing here physically talking to you and pleading that you must come to grace that particular occasion. It will be more colorful than this of ECD. So I think I think the minister in charge of culture is not here. Oh, the chief officer is there, a small girl from Lokichogio, Nana, many kilometers away from this point. Number two, Turkana County, of course, it was very important for you to come and witness and also try to remove this mentality that this Turkana County could be a very bad county with very bad people. This is where you can get all the beautiful ladies, more than the Somali ladies. And I know my good friends here might have really interacted with some. So I think I want to tell you, because Kenya allows polygamy, if you go with one, but the price is dear. Yeah, when I married my wife, I gave out 48 camels, 700 goats, 6 cows and 6 donkeys. What went to the family of my wife. So marrying a Turkana is easy to take, but marrying is a whole business. So choose either to go with one, or if you don't have anything to give us, just leave our girls behind. I think I want to thank my team, the CC in charge of education, the chief of SARS, and the entire leaders of the county government for this good job. In this county, I delegate a lot of, or I give a lot of independence to my ministries. They are so free. I think you witnessed that way they are doing their things without any push and pull. They have all the liberty, they have all the freeness actually to exercise their mandates as the executive officials of this county. They have done a better job, and I appreciate them for really showing to the entire country that Turkana people are very friendly people. There is no insecurity in Turkana County. I had expected that I take some of you to Kibish so that you see many good things there. 450 kilometers away from this point. That's just a radius, not the entire diameter. So I think next time when you come, maybe for the cultural activity, because it will not be done the same way, we will be taking you to the lake, we will be taking you to areas in Lower Rangap, taking you to Mugur, so that you witness the synergy that exists within Turkana County. I think today I never wanted to say a lot of things, but to thank the team, the national team, for coming and also supporting us. I think it was difficult for us to get all the finances to support this activity. My team have been coming to me and telling me, we have this deficit, we have gotten this, but I told them it is your duty to explore and get that money from anywhere within the government coffers. So I am very delighted, very happy, even to Turkana University, the principal of Turkana University. We are working here as a team. The members of parliament did not really come. I think most of them were committed. The women left, the senator, but all of us are very united. We work together as a leadership, the MCAs. This is where the governor and the MCAs are buddies, very close buddies. The 47 of them and myself and the leadership, we work together because we have a common objective, we have a common mission to serve the people of Turkana and ensure that we have pulled them out of that pit of anger and take them to a better place. I think I want also to thank my wife for supporting our first ladies. I think yesterday they went to the lake. I think it was good really being in one of the largest lakes in Turkana. You see, Lake Victoria is the deepest, but ours is the largest. It covers the entire, all the way from, though we compete with Samburu, they say it's theirs, and we are on this side saying it's ours. But because it was called Lake Rudolph, Lake Turkana, then it belongs to Turkana County. I think with those few remarks, I want to say thank you, and that I think now you people are at liberty now to live at your own pleasure, to your destinations. But we wish you happy journey masses to all your destinations. Those who will be driving along the road to Kapenguria, to Trans Nzoia, to various places, Wasingishu, Kericho, and other areas, Garissa, Samburu, Mandera, all those places. Because I'm a man of God, I'm praying for you. All of you are going to reach your homes without any problem, and that is coming deep from my heart. na mtafika sawa sawa. Si Mungu na wabariki sana. Mbarikiwe na tukutane tena wakati wa Cultural Festival. Asante, Mungu wabariki.
The national anthem, please, if it can be played. Close. Thank you. We have an announcement, so while you're standing from the CEC.
For photo session, kindly come and guide us.
Your Excellency, we would like to have a memory of this, and it will form the backdrop of our next conference. So we will request you to be at the front together with the CECs. First, we start with the CECs, a photo of the governor, the first ladies, and the CECs. And then we will have a subsequent photo of delegates. Also, we will request you to come. But let's have the governor, first ladies. Could I get a few chairs placed here for them, kindly? Protocol team. Yeah. So we will begin.
To host the 5th conference in Kenya for ECD.
So we'll begin with the CECs that are present with the governor and his team.
As a county, we are cognizant of our unique challenges, and we work to ensure that children in
the board of governors, the board of directors, ECD network, please be here, and the secretariat also. So that photo is the first one that we're going to have.
ECD is done in a better way. If ECD is done in a
Thank you very much. Once done, can we the chief officers? Oh, sorry, there's one that has arrived. Okay, let's do that again.